Hi there, this is Srikant Dasari. So, in this lesson, we are going to continue our studies on the switch statement, which we have seen in the previous video. Okay, so let me launch the IDE here. So, already I have created a project which was already created, switch, which contains a C file here. Okay, so in this previous lesson, we have learned that the structure of the switch statement goes like this: case 1 followed by case 2 or whatever the case is according to your requirement. Okay, and the last is the default case here. Okay, so this is what we have seen in the previous video. Okay, so also we also learned that each case statement should be followed by a break. Okay, such that we can end the switch, we can end the execution until that case statement. Okay, so each case statement has a break here. Okay, so also we have just written a small printf statement. Okay, so you can write whatever logic you wanted to execute under that case. Since we are building the switch for demonstration purpose, just we can have a simple message like this: I am in case 1. Okay, um, printf // you can have in the same way for another thing also, case 2. Okay, so in the same way you can have for case 3. I am in case 3. Okay, so this is the simple switch case structure which we have learned in the previous video. So if you execute this program, so let us write a small statement for default also. Default statement here. Okay, run the program. So whatever, if you enter 1 here, just execute until that case. Okay, so all these things we have learned in the previous video. If you enter other than 1 2 3, it should jump directly to the default. Okay, so it would directly jump into the default case. So this is the basic stuff about switch case here. So here you need to note one thing, that there is no mandatory that you need to follow an order like this: case 1, case 2, and case 3, and so on. Okay, so directly you can have case 100 or whatever the order you require. Okay, so let us not disturb this structure, and we can have a special case here for case 100. It can start with whatever the number you wanted. Case 100 here, so you can have a printf statement: I am in case 100. Simply you can have a small message for demonstration purpose here. To save and run the program, if you just enter the 100 as a digit, just jumps to that case. Okay, so you need not follow any order. Okay, so as after 1, after first case, we can have case 22. Okay, whatever according to your requirement of the program. Okay, according to the requirement of your program, you can have I am in case 22 here. Save and run the program. Just add the break statement here. If you type 22, it just directly jumps to that case. Okay, so apart from integer constants, okay, you can also have an expression, okay, in our switch, which leads to a constant result. Okay, so you can have an expression like this, something like this: 2 plus 2, which leads to 4. Then this is taken as case 4. Okay, so let us have a small printf statement also here also. I am in case 4 here. break, save and run the program. Now if you enter 4, okay, so it just jumps, first it evaluates this expression and substitutes the result here, and then the number you entered is, if you enter 4, it's just got match with this case, and it just print whatever the statement that is written inside this case. Okay, so in the same way, you're also allowed to have a character constant for a case here. So per se, you can have a case like this, as lowercase a alphabet. When enclosed in a single quotations, it becomes a character constant. Okay, so this can be a valid case here, and you can have a print a message here. I'm in case A. Okay. Okay. So now we can have a break statement here and save and run the program. Now if you enter 97, okay, now see what happens here. It just jumps to this character constant case here. Okay, if you enter 97, it's going here. So all this has been happened because here the ASCII value of A, which is ASCII value of A 97. Okay, it gets substituted here. Okay, gets replaced. You can say gets replaced. Instead of, even though you are using a character constants, internally the compiler substitutes this value with the respective ASCII value. Okay, so in the same way, you can build another case here, case B. Okay, you can have another case here, case B. So you can have a small message also. I'm in case B. All these messages might sound very stupid to you, but since we are learning switch here very basically, so I'm just typing all these messages. So if you run the program, and if you say 98, okay, you just get I'm in case B, because here also as the compiler the machine substituted the ASCII value of A, which is 97 for case A, and the 98 gets substituted in the same way here. The ASCII values gets substituted for, okay, ASCII value gets substituted for the respective case value, respective character constant. Okay, ASCII value of P, which is 98, gets replaced here. Okay, so in that way it makes a note. Okay, so another important thing is, so in the switch you can have a valid expression also. Okay, so here you can say something like this. Okay, so if you save and run the program, so if you enter 2 in case 4, okay, so here a switch can have an expression, okay, can have an arithmetic expression which evaluates to some result. Okay, a switch can have an arithmetic expression which evaluates to some constant, character constants. Here, if you enter 2, the value of this expression is 4 here, and it just matches to whatever you have written in the case 4. And in case 4, it just gets executed the statement in the same way. So again, if you enter something like this, 67, it's a huge number. Okay, so 67 square is such a huge number, and it gets so it when it does not find any case to match, okay, cases to match, it just jumps to the default case. Okay, and executes the whatever you have written in the default statement. Okay, so this is the stuff about switch twists and turns and whatever you are allowed to have apart from just simply having cases in order. You can have scrambled way. You can substitute an expression here instead of a variable or a constant. You are always welcome to have character constants in switch, which gets internally replaced by their respective ASCII values. Okay, so that's all for this lesson. So see you in the next lesson. Goodbye.